So with the Dyson V11 out, is the V10 still a viable option? Let's find out. Hey guys, it's Aidan here from Everyday Tech. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and then you'll be notified of any tech news or tech reviews. So guys, in the Black Friday sale last year, I did buy the Dyson V10 vacuum. I must admit, I got it at a real discount because it was a mix-up at the checkout with what I ordered and what I received. I actually ordered the V8 because it was on sale, but they never had it, or it never came. And seeing as I already paid for the V8, they discounted me a V10. So for me, win-win. But after using it for just under 6 months now, is it still a viable option compared to the V10 or the V8 or any other of the Dyson vacuums? Well, let's find out. So when you get the actual vacuum, you do get a bunch of accessories with it. And you think, wow, the more the accessories, the better it's going to be. Well, it's not really the case. For example, this, never really use it at all. I've never used it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there are people out there that will use these accessories, so you may use these to vacuum your car. That is absolutely fine. I myself use this. This is great to attach to the end of the vacuum and to reach all those hard to reach places like cobwebs in the corner. You can even attach it to the pole. Oh, wrong end. No, right end. To make it even longer. Whoa! So even if you've got tall ceilings, it's still going to be a cool accessory. And this one, I don't even know what it does. I really have no idea. It just says it's for delicates and linens or whatever. Again, I think it's a pointless accessory. It's an accessory for the sake of an accessory. I don't get it. But one of them I think is the best accessory, and I think is definitely worth buying. Well, definitely worth getting in the pack, is the stair accessory. Again, I use this all the time. It's not perfect. It still gets, hair caught up in the middle. That's my wife's hair. But it is great for the stairs. Again, you just clunk it on, come up to the stairs. It goes up to the edge, and it does a pretty good job of cleaning them actually. It does make it a little bit easier. My only downside is I wish there was a motor head that would work on hard floors and carpet, because again, with the Absolute, you do get two heads. You get this one, which is their soft bristle roller, and again, for hard floors, it's fantastic. It does seem to get up most things that you chuck at it. I do have kitty litter downstairs. I have 2 trays, and it does get up most of the time first go. Sometimes you will go up to it and it will flick it forward still, and you have to go over it again. But for the most part, it does work. And then you've got this fellow, which is what you would recognise from most vacuums, which is the normal bristled roller. And this is obviously more for your carpet. Now, all of these heads here, these two and the stair attachment, are motorized, so you do get a bit of extra power rather than it just going on suction. But what I tend to do, so I've got carpet upstairs and I've got hard floors downstairs, so I keep this carpet accessory upstairs and I just keep it in my studio here because it's out of the way. My wife doesn't mind it up here. And the hard floor attachment pretty much stays attached to the Dyson all of the time unless I'm going upstairs, and then I do change it. But it would be nice just to have one head that would work on all floors. Now, I know you see the V11 and it seems to have a head that works on all floors, but you look at the Absolute V11 and it still comes with a bristle roller and a soft bristle roller, just like this one. So it obviously doesn't, it's not perfect, is what I'm saying. And when you're paying this amount of money for products, I mean, I think this one was 450 when it was released, when I came to purchase it, and I think the V11 is £600. Now that is ridiculous, and I wouldn't recommend you buy that at that price at all ever. But could I recommend that you buy the V10? I could say that if you've got the money, it's a great vacuum. It's really powerful, the suction is great, and you've got 3 power modes. So on the front of the button here, you've just got 1, 2 and max. And on max, on carpet, it's really difficult to push. It can be, depending on what kind of carpet you have. On one of my carpets, on the maximum setting, I can almost have to use 2 hands to push and pull it because the suction is that strong. But does that mean it's a bit of overkill? Probably. I mean, it's neither here nor there. It's like, oh, well, I can buy a car that goes 200 miles an hour, but you can still only go 70 miles an hour on the road. So what's the point? What is the point? And it's just those little things. Again, with the accessories, I don't get the point of this. I don't get the point of this. You know, if people want it, sell it as an optional extra. You know, because these aren't expensive things. These are cheap. You know, and I'm going to mean cheap. I mean cheap. They don't feel particularly well made. They just feel like pieces of plastic, which is what they are. So the pros of this are: the suction's fantastic, the portability is amazing, and its battery life is very good if you have it on the low setting. If you have it on the max setting, you get about 6 or 7 minutes runtime, which will obviously vary. So if you're working with it on carpet, it will have a little bit more resistance. So it has to work a little bit harder in that respect, but you get about 6 or 7 minutes on maximum of continuous vacuuming, which isn't great, but you wouldn't need to use max all of the time. Just every once in a while, you know, if you've got dogs that have got mud through the house, or children and things like that. But even then, the lower setting, the middle setting, will probably do the same job and do it equally as well. So I myself am a bit of a robot fan. I've got the Dyson V10 and I've got the Botvac Neato D7, and you know, they both work pretty well. And yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. But can I actually recommend the Dyson V10? I can recommend it as a great vacuum, but would I recommend you buy it? No. I wouldn't recommend you buy the V11. I wouldn't recommend you buy the V10. I would recommend that you buy the V8, because the V8 provides almost as much suction, the same sort of accessories if you need it. The battery time is, yes, a little bit less, but again, how big is your house? You've got to think about that, because with a cordless vacuum, you can get around the house in literally minutes. And you know, you've got to think, well, is it overkill? Am I spending money for the sake of just buying something that's new? You know, the V8 is a great vacuum. I've used the V8 before, and it does the job really well. Yes, this one is slightly more ergonomical, let's say, and it is easy to empty the bin, but you know, the V8 wasn't difficult. This is just different. And you can save a lot of money. There's lots of deals out there on refurbished models, or even on, you know, the new ones. You know, lots of outlets sell new V8s at reduced prices because it is an older model. So that would be my recommendation. Buy a Dyson V8, save your money on the V10. Definitely do not buy the V11. You're gonna have more money than sense to have to buy the V11 over the V10, because there really isn't, because even though they keep saying that it's the most powerful vacuum, it's the most powerful vacuum, well, how powerful does it need to be before it becomes pointless? And that's what I'm just trying to get at. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get a good vacuum. I would recommend Dyson. I think the products are fantastic. I've had an upright Dyson for over 10 years and it still does work. It just doesn't work brilliantly. That's why I upgraded. And this one is fantastic. Again, because I got it for £350, it was a bit of a steal. I'm more than happy with what I paid for it, but would I have paid £450? No, because I didn't. Because I actually ordered the V8. They just gave me this because the V8 was out of stock. And that's what I'm getting at. Even though this was out, I ordered the V8 because after I did my research, I just thought, well, that will be enough for me. So guys, I'll leave you with this. What cordless vacuum do you use? Are you a Dyson fan? Or are you a Shark fan? Or do you still like your corded vacuums? Let me know, comment below. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please like it, give it the thumbs up. And if you've really enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. I'd be very much appreciated. And turn on the bell notification and you'll get notified of any time I do any tech news or tech reviews. I shall see you soon guys. Bye.